Hey guys, Travel Wireless here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the entire Chameleon Sports lineup of Padskinz, Panskins, Palmskins, and Gripskins. So in this video I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of all four products, compare them to the competing brands, show you how it performs accompanied with some on-ice visuals, important information about the products, a list of pros who use them, and most importantly how they work with some troubleshooting tips. So to start, for those of you who don't know, Padskins and Pad Wrap are not the same thing. They're two completely different products, each having their own pros and cons, which I will get into later on in the video. So Padskins have been around since about late 2010, and they're essentially leathers with adhesive on the back to make them stick to your equipment, so you can change out the color scheme whenever. Recently, Chameleon Sports added Panskins to their product line, which literally does the exact same thing, just for any nylons you may have on your gear. This can include your leg channel, your outside gusset, your binding, both of which you can use to completely revamp your color scheme, or just to make minor adjustments. So here's what the product looks like. Here we have a red Padskin. As I said before, this can be used for any nylons in your equipment. We also have a sport gold and a lime green Padskin, and those can be put on any leather color zone on your equipment, including the face of your pads or gloves, the roll or straps, just to name a few. Now each product comes with some wax tracing paper that you can use to trace out your design. You then transfer it onto your gear, you cut out your design, and apply it on your gear. And finally we have some instructions telling you how to apply or remove the product if at any point in time you decide to do that. Now let's talk about how to apply the products. Now Padskins, Panskins, and Gripskins, all three of them are super easy to apply. Like I said, each product comes with a thin sheet of wax tracing paper. You just have to be careful not to poke holes in it, because the tracing paper is very thin after all. Once you're done that, you just cut out your design on any three of the products, cut it out with scissors, and after that, you just peel off the backing and you're good to go and you put it on your gear. Although I would recommend letting everything set up for between 24 to 48 hours. If at any point in time you do run out of tracing paper for any reason, or maybe you don't want to use it, eyeballing pieces works as well. The red stripes I have on my pads right now, I eyeballed those for testing purposes. They would have turned out a little bit better if I did them with the tracing paper, but they still look great and they held up perfectly. So to give you an idea of what Padskins did to my gear, this is the color scheme my gear had when I got it 3 years ago. Now I used Padskins 2 years ago, and this is what they looked like. I also might add they worked exactly the same 2 years ago as they did this time, and finally here's what my gear looked like this time after I had finished. Now like I said, I bought a pair of Padskins 2 years ago, and they worked really well. In fact, they worked too well. I had them on for a year, and until the day I took them off, they never peeled off whatsoever. But the day I took them off, they left a lot of the sticky adhesive on there, which wasn't a bad thing. I'm not kidding you. When I went to make saves, I made a few pad saves after I took them off, when the puck would hit the adhesive and it literally stuck to my pads, and not once, not twice, but several times. So my rebound control benefited from it, but it doesn't look great. Obviously something as sticky as that is going to pick up dirt and dust pretty quickly. So if you ever have that problem with the adhesive sticking, just take some citrus cleaner and scrub in one forward motion back and forth and it will come off no problem. Now I did have one problem with the Padskins, and that was that the red stripes on my pad, as the graphic tapered to a thinner point, I found that the materials didn't stick as well. Now it was only the thinner points of the graphic that I found this to be a problem, and the points that I'm pointing at here are the points that I had trouble with. However, I did find that if you apply a little bit of heat and pressure, everything will stick really nicely. So I just took a blow dryer and I applied some heat for 20 to 30 seconds, and then I pressed down on the Padskins. All the problems were solved. Keep in mind this technique will work on any of the products if you're having trouble getting it to stick, whether it be on your pads, gloves, or blocker. Now Gripskins are a little bit different. It's a palm replacement material. They aren't just made for blockers, they're for player gloves as well. There's also a Palmskins product, which is essentially a Nash replacement. I didn't get to test it out, so I can't really comment on that, but the Gripskins that I did test out are literally an exact clone of the Reebok CCM Sure Grip material. So I wouldn't recommend this as an upgrade, more of a replacement. Now when you apply the Gripskins, the palm materials are probably going to double in thickness, and at first I was quite a bit concerned about it affecting my on-ice performance, but when I got on the ice, much to my surprise, I didn't notice a difference whatsoever, so that is a huge plus. Now I want to touch on the durability of these products, because this is what impressed me the most. Now all three products are extremely flexible, there's no doubt about it, and here we have a red Padskin, and if you try to stretch a decent piece of it and try to rip it, it'll stretch a bit, but it won't rip. Now I tried with all my power and force, and they just will not rip. Now we have a smaller black Padskin here, and here, as you can tell, I'm putting some decent force into it and it just would not rip. Now I cut an even smaller piece, as thin as I could cut it, and once again it literally just refused to rip on me. I mean, the durability here is just outstanding, without a question. Now let's compare the Padskinz to some of the competitors in the market, because there are a few competitors and I feel it's very important for you to understand the differences between each product. Now, keeping in mind that these differences are not just from my personal experience with the products, I also reached out to a few friends both personally and through the goaltending community to get a consensus idea, and this is what I was able to come up with. So, Padskinz, like I said before, it was created 3 years prior to any of the competitors. Padskinz is slightly lighter, and if you're like me, the slightest weight difference in your equipment can make a huge difference, and not just your performance, but more importantly, your confidence. Padskinz, the product is a lot smoother, which makes it a lot easier to apply. They're also extremely flexible, which allows for a lot of forgiveness if you make a mistake, whether your cuts are too short or whatever it may be, as opposed to the competing brands where they're a lot firmer and have very little, if any, forgiveness. Now the Padskinz install, although start to finish, it will take a little bit of time to make these adjustments. It's just much smoother, largely due to the flexibility of the product and the overall finesse that it brings to the table. Finally, but most importantly to a lot of you out there, Padskinz and the competitors have the same number of leather colors, but Padskinz has more nylon colors, so you'll have a much better chance of finding the colors that you're looking for. Now here are some samples of what Padskinz can do to your gear. As you can tell, whether you're doing a few simple adjustments or you're completely overhauling your color scheme, Padskinz makes it easy to execute, and it just comes as advertised. Now, as most of you know, a lot of goalies nowadays are using Padskinz, but it's also a product that the pros turn to time and time again. Now, these pros include over half of the National Hockey League, 19 teams and counting, and these goalies also include Devin Dubnyk, Martin Brodeur, and Ryan Miller, just to name a few. So to conclude this review, I'm rating this product based out of 3 main components: durability, performance, and value, which will lead me to my verdict based on the 30 plus hours of testing the product so far. So, for the durability, the product is clearly built to last, and it's obvious because every Padskinz product receives at least 1 year of research and testing before hitting the market, and in my books, makes the durability top-notch. The performance, now despite having so many positives on the ice with the product, having the thinner points of the graphic not sticking is a little bit frustrating, and because of that and that reason only, I'm giving the performance a 9 out of 10. Now I feel the value of all 3 products are top-notch. A large sheet of Padskinz or Padskinz is 54 inches long by 15 inches wide, and at only $60 Canadian, it's a steal of a deal. Plain and simple, it sure beats spending $3 grand on a new custom set of gear, let me tell you that. The customer service is, in my opinion, second to none. Padskinz is extremely accommodating, and they're committed to making sure you're 100% satisfied. But I do think that the couple of hours that it may take to apply a certain color scheme start to finish with cutting and applying your design can be a little bit lengthy for some people, so I'm slotting the value in at a 9.5, which brings my overall verdict to a 9.5 out of 10. Chameleon Sports has done a fantastic job developing these products, and it really shows. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the entire lineup of products at Chameleon Sports. I'm also going to be giving away 3 sets of Padskinz as a part of our upcoming 10,000 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you subscribe for more content and leave a like for this video as well. If you're interested in checking out Chameleon Sports and their product line, here's what their website looks like, and the links to their website will be in the description as well. So do you like Padskinz? Do you not? Have you tried them before, or are you going to try them after seeing this review? Whatever it is, comment below, let me know. I want to thank you a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.